Go, girls. Let's talk, like, just talk.
I'm like not
Okay, here we go, guys. Rock and roll. We are rolling on. I've given you notes. I am taping, so Cohen is making it so I don't have to shout because I'm taping. We are rolling on, and we have two things to do today. We're going to get through it, but here's the news. Nothing is new today. I am literally teaching you nothing that you haven't seen before. So my goal is to make you go back into your low thinky brains and think, oh my God, I remember how to do that, right? So our goal today, eventually, Josh, by the end of the period, will be, can I actually get answers for a problem that looks like this, right? I am taping, so I don't want to keep saying your name over and over again because it's awkward. Please stop cutting Tom. Ben N. Okay, so we have a new technique to remember from 2 years ago, from last year. I would normally do X factoring here, right? That's what we've been doing. But the problem is I have too many pieces. I have 4 pieces. So when we have a 4-piece polynomial, we have to have another technique. And that technique is called factoring by parts. And it's one of my favorites because it's really easy. So the first thing that we're going to do, just like always, if we can, we always vacuum. So I'm going to look at this problem and say to myself, can I take anything out? And I'm feeling kind of excited because maybe I could take out an X. Because he's got an X, and he's got an X, and he's got an X. Oh, but the 15, no X. So I can't do an X. But maybe I could do a 2. He's got a 2, he's got a 2, he's got a 2. Again, the 15 screws me. I don't have a 2 in there. So I got nothing. So I got to move to my next technique. And my next technique is called factoring by parts with a 4-parter. 1, 2, 3, 4. You cut it in half. So can everyone on their paper go ahead and slice this baby in half? Let's see if you remember how to do this. You do know how to do it, right? So here's what we're going to do. These are my favorite because they take no thinking. Like there's no like, what adds up to this or makes this? You literally do baby math. What could I take out of just the 8x to the third? What can I take out? The matchers. Yes, exactly. So we're going to take out a 4, and I'm going to take out 2 of the x's. So I'm left with 2x plus 3. That's awesome. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing to the back end of it, right? That's why I need 4 pieces, because I have to do 2 and 2. And look how easy it is. I'm going to take out a 5, and I'm going to be left with x plus 3. And you know what? I'm going to be careful there. I took out a positive 5. I knew that. I was testing you. Phew. I know, but it's humiliating for me. There we go. So here's why I like this method. Because there's an automatic check in it, Lyndon. Right now, I know that I've done it right because these guys match. And if they match, it's like I'm re-vacuuming. I'm going to vacuum out the matchers, 2x plus 3, cross them off, and just write down what's left. And look what I did. That crazy thing is now factored really nicely. Super easy. Is that cool? Let's practice a few of these, and then we're going to start getting answers today. So, but I just wanted to practice a few of these. Are you guys ready? Here's one for you to try all on your own. I'd like you to try not this one. Try this one on your own. I'm going to walk around. You're trying that one all by yourself. No one needs me. I'm going to sit up here and just, sing to the people who are watching at home. No, I'm not, because I can't sing.
Yes. Does it always work out?
matter how you split it?
Well, you have to split it. It's got to be in descending order. Good question. 3, 2, 1. And if it's factorable, it will work. But you want to have it in descending order.
So you can't like rearrange.
You can if you need to, but I'm going to give it to you in descending order.
7p squared.
Does that make sense?
Oh, you mean descending order by the exponent?
Thank you. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
7p squared plus 6.
Nicely done. So first thing, I'm going to put my little choppy guy there. I check to see if there's anything I can pull out. I can't. So I'm going to take out a 7p squared, and I'm going to be left with 3p minus 7. I'm going to put out plus 6. Here's what I want you to watch for. Whatever that is, it's going to match down there. So be careful on that. I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to take out a 6 with it. 6 comes out. 3p minus 7. I'm feeling pretty excited. Do I have matchers? Yay. That's why I love a problem that checks itself halfway through. Because if kids will be like, they don't match. And I'm like, then you've done it wrong. Yay. Hey, does it matter if that's 7p squared plus 6 goes in the front or the back? It doesn't, Emma, because it turns out 3 times 2 or 2 times 3 are the same. So I can put them in either order, either parentheses. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. This next one's tricky. I need everyone, if you've been sleeping right now, now you're going to wake up. You're going to do that one. And I'm going to give you a little warning. First thing is, you got a negative here. So you're going to watch for that. And the second thing I'm going to tell you is this. To do factoring by parts, you have to take out something. So in math, if I can't divide by any other number, I can always divide by 1, right? So if I'm looking at it and thinking I have 37 and 13, what goes into those? 1 does. So you got to pull out something. Okay, give it a try. See what you get. Watch your negative on that guy. As long as you're doing it with her. I mean, as long as you're doing the math. Yeah. No, you could talk. As long as you're doing the math, I'm fine. But if you have a question. Take out 2 x. That's where I love it. Because the minute they don't work, it's like, something's wrong. You are going to be on fire. Okay, here we go. Wow, so many of you are doing so well with this. I'm going to chop it in half again. I'm going to pull out a 2x squared. So I'm going to get 2x squared on the outside, 8x plus 1. That's awesome. Now, the next one we're going to watch for, girls and guys. Girls watching me. I can't just take out a positive. I'm going to take out a negative, and I got nothing but 1 to choose from. If you don't pull out something, it won't work. You've got to do that because that way when you factor the stuff out, you have something sitting there, right? So I'm going to pull that out and watch what that's going to do. It's going to change the signs here. Yay. So now the 8x plus 1 match. And 2x squared minus 1. Can I see a wiggle of fingers of my friends who got that? Okay, here we go. Last one of these, and then we're going to start solving. Ew, this one's ugly, and I want it fully factored. So my advice to you is vacuum first if you can. Now, I have kids who are going to ask me, Andres is going to be one of them. It's been really good math students who said, do I have to vacuum? Can I just do this? You don't have to vacuum at first. It will work. But then to get it fully factored, you have to do it later in the problem. So my advice is do it at the beginning to make the problem easier. But it will work either way, whether you do it in the beginning or the end. Does that make sense? Because, like I said, I've been asked that all day. I'm going to go through, I'm going to take out a bunch of X's, and I'm even going to take out a 2. That's going to take this crazy big problem and make it smaller. Right? Will this work if you don't do that? Yeah, but then later we have to take it out. So we might as well take it out now. Judgy. There you go. Now chop. How come short weeks feel longer? Like I feel like tomorrow, I thought today was Thursday all day. Like all day, I'm like, oh, class is over soon. No, it's not. Little chop action happening. 5 comes out. Ooh, and an n squared. N squared. I'm left with n minus 2. -7 comes out. I'm left with n minus 2. Got a little matcher action happening. Yay for me. So n minus 2 comes out. And 5n squared minus 7. And 2n squared is part of my answer. So if you got to this point, that is awesome. Don't forget this guy. He is still part of our answer. Yes. You didn't do that. And so now on one of them, you can take out a 2n squared. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I just like my thing was the same answer as you, but I just
yes, because you did it in a slightly different order. So that's fine. Okay. So here's what, lambs and lambettes. We got 3 last problems to do because we are leaving the land of factoring and going to the land of solving. Don't write this down, just let me read it to you. When we were in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, we would say solve the equation by making it equal to 0. But now we're in pre-calculus. We're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to call it finding the roots, right? We want the roots of the function. And how do we get the roots of the function? Here's what. We set it equal to 0. So tonight, you are going to do 2 things on your 5 or 6 problems. You're going to write the factored form and then get the answers out of it. So here we go. We got 3 of these. Let's see if you guys remember how to do this. So let's solve these, factor and find all the zeros. So step 1, with your neighbors from last night, factor that guy. Is he a 4-parter? He is not. You're going to have to use your little thinky brain and do it the way we did it yesterday. Yep, if you call it like diamond or X, whatever. Yes. Almost. Here we go. Everyone's watching me. Gentlemen and ladies in the back. Factors of 15 that add up. As always, going to my homeboy, Andreas. Hey, Andreas, what are the factors of 15 that add up to be 8? You are on fire. 5 and 3, just because I'm mean to him. So here's what you're going to get. Ladies, gentlemen, here we go. X plus 5, X plus 3, but wait, squared. That's exactly it. Now, here's the new piece. Ladies are watching. We are not done. We are looking for the roots. And how do we do that? If you had children last year, you know it's called the ZPP, zero product property. We're setting this bad boy equal to 0. So we will have to do 2 little problems. Now, I'm going to give you some advice here. My advice is this, and I do this on a test. Before we start doing this problem, I look at the biggest amount of exponents, of just the biggest one, the degree. That will tell me how many answers I need, because you're going to be amazed and disappointed when you take a test how many kids year in, year out think they get all the answers and leave some answers on the table. So on the side of my paper, I would do literally this, because I better have 4 answers at the end or I've made a mistake. How do I know it's 4? Because the biggest degree is 4. So here we go. We're going to find the answers. I'm going to start with the first parenthesis. X squared plus 5 equals 0. And we're going to do a little bit of baby math. Is it hard? No, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. We're going to get x squared equals -5. We know how to get rid of that x squared. His inverse is square root. So what I do to one side, I do to the other. That looks pretty good. I can't suck any people out of jail on that one, but I got a ghost in jail. He's imaginary, get it? It's a ghost. So he's going to float out of the jail and become an I root 5. And if you're thinking, look, Miss T, I got one of my answers. I root 5. Here's what you need to remember. This was a squared. We get 2 answers. Who's the other answer? Minus I root 5. I need you to write them separately, because when we graph, those will be different points on our graph. It is. Okay, can you, with your neighbors, do the next parentheses, get your next 2 answers out? Some of you are going to get really fast and be able to do this in your head. I'm okay with that. That's it. I'm going to do all the steps because it's my job, but I would probably go pretty fast here. No plus or minus, please. 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. Yay for me. Yay. Here comes the next one. Find your roots. Now I'm going to give you an advice on this one. Gentlemen, do a little bit of vacuuming first. Take out an X. Take out an X. I better have 4 answers on the end. I'm going to stop talking and let you do this one, and then I'm going to go over it with you. Okay. It's weird. Weird. Well, see the problem. I'm really good at it. I just forgot to I keep leaving them at home. I'm like, I know they like it. No, because I do my TAs do, and I just keep setting them on my desk. It's only What? Shut up. Don't judge me. Okay, I need everyone's attention, because I promise you, this is where I'm going to knock the, again, I've been doing this for so long, I already know the mistakes you're going to make, and I don't want you to make them, because I don't want to grade that test. So let's get our answers out. Let's start from the back. Yay, x minus 2 equals 0. That's super easy. X equals 2. I'm so happy. Yay. Let's get our next one out. Oh, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to leave that up here. X equals 2. Then you're going to go like this. You're going to say x to the second plus 3 equals 0. You're going to go x squared equals -3. You're going to feel like a total smarty pants, because you're going to do this action, and you're going to get x equals I root 3. And you're going to be like, Miss T, you can't trick me. It's also negative I root 3. And what kids will do is be like, I'm done. Yay. And I'll be like, sorry, I'm going to take off points, because what you gave me was 1, 2, 3 answers. And there are not 3 answers to this problem. There are 4 answers to this problem. Where's the hidden answer?
X.
It's X. It's X. It's this guy that was out front all along. I gotta set him equal to 0. So my 4th answer is 0, which is why I recommend doing it like this, because I swear to God, you get going and you get so happy and you're like, done. And you will even box it like you're some kind of smarty pants. And then it kills me that you just left this X hanging out there, right? So do yourself a favor. Make sure if you're looking for 4 answers, find 4 flipping answers. Here is our last one, and I am quiet for the day. I guess that's the game. Oh, you thought about the game. Do this problem all on your own. I'm going to tell you this. Got a little rainbow action and something scary at the end. Rainbow and scary at the end. Then you lose it. Sorry. I ruined it for you.
So like, let's say last week I thought about the game and then I forgot about it all this week and then I just saw it again. I just lost.
So you want to hear something even weirder? There's this thing. Oh, I don't even know if I should tell you that it was with weird. Now I'm going to say on the video, and then you're all going to be killed by when AI takes over. I just made certain that you all will die. Here's the thinking: is that if AI gets so smart, AI will judge humans to say whether they help AI or they don't help AI. And if you help AI, then you are deemed worthy. And if you don't help AI, you aren't. And now that I've told you about it, if you don't do everything in your power from here on out to help AI, when AI takes over, you're now deemed unworthy. So now from here on, for the rest of your life, anytime you don't help AI, because I've told you about it. Yeah, and there are weird, like, billionaire checkers, like, because now you told me, like, what they've written, like, don't write about the paradox. And then I was like, oh, they don't believe that. Once you know, now you either help AI take over the world, or you don't. Sorry. There are 5 answers. Here we go. I am starting off here by taking out an X and a 2. I am left with 2X to the 4th minus 1X squared minus 10. Does that look okay? Okay. Next thing, that's a 3-parter, so we're going to X factor it, but I got to do that rainbow thing. Ew, we don't love him, but that's okay. We can do it. Pre-calc. Factors of -10 that make -1, Andres. Factors of -20 that make -1. 5 and 4, awesome. Which one is negative? -5, +4, love that for you. Here's where we're at. We're at X, Leah would tell me, squared minus 5, X squared plus 4. But whenever we rainbow, we have to use that 2 times. So I've got to remember to do that and to do that. So here comes my final factored answer. Very carefully, it's going to look like this. 2x, x squared minus 5/2, and x squared plus 2 stopping. I need everyone to watch. Are we okay? Did anyone not see how I got there? Was this rigorous? Yeah, that's everything we've done literally for the last week, right? Now we're going to suck out our answers. We are looking for 5 of them. I am going to put them right here because I need all 5. I am lazy. I am starting with the easiest one. Thank the Lord. So I got a 0. Boom. He is done. Okay. I am going to go to this guy next because the fraction guy is going to freak us out a little bit. We're going to get x squared plus 2 equals 0. You guys are going to be like, Miss T, you can't trick us. We know how to do this now. X squared equals -2. X equals I root 2 and -I root 2. And again, you're going to be like, nope, you can't trick me. I root 2, negative I root 2. And here comes the last thing we got to deal with. We got to deal with a fraction. And sometimes fractions are not a pain, but sometimes they are. And here's the case where they are. So let's talk about it. If you are okay, I am going to go into a new screen to talk about it. X squared minus 5 over 2. Okay, here's what I got. Work with me on this one. Minus 5 over 2 equals 0. Are we okay? Step 1, move that guy over. Is it weird? It's not weird yet. We're all good. Okay. Next step, square root. We're going to square root this guy and square root this guy. Now, we can't actually do square root fractions. We got to separate them out like this. That's just the rule. And there's one more rule that you learned last year. You actually saw in geometry. You don't love it. You can't have square roots in the denominator. So how do we get rid of that? We give him his twin, right? So he can escape. So we're going to come over here and say, dude, I'm going to randomly go out of the jail, find your twin, put him in jail with you. And he's going to be like, yay. And what I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So here's what I get. Those guys escape. One dies in the process. And these two guys, they're just sad. They're in jail together. They're just going to hook up and, multiply. Right? So here you go. So you're cool with it? Are you cool with me doing this? Can't have a root in the bottom. So the way to get rid of a root in the bottom is to give him the same twin so they can escape, right? And that's called rationalizing. And it's really easy. You just give him a twin. So because that really makes square root of 4. And the square root of 4 is 2, right? So when you have two matchers, one dies, one gets freed, right? So that's awesome. He is freed from jail. But I can't randomly just do it on one part of the jail. I also have to do it up here as well. And they become root 10. Now I'm not quite done. I got 2 of those. One is positive, one is negative. So it is plus root 10 over 2 and minus root 10 over 2. And that's as hard as it gets. I'm done. You're done. You are